Hello.
Welcome
to
Toy
Trash
Trash
Talks.
Talks.
I'm Lex.
And I'm Via.
Today we're checking out the super cool ThreeZero MDLX Optimus Prime.
Comic Edition.
As inspired by the recent Energon Universe Transformers books.
A massive thank you and shout out to toyclick.co.za for supplying this figure and giving us the opportunity to review it today.
Thank you. If you haven't checked them out yet, this is your sign that you should. We have a cheeky 10% off code for you in the description.
Supporting them supports us. So the first thing we're going to draw your attention to is the box.
Box. I like the presentation. The art decorating box representing the notable scenes from the graphic novel is dope.
The art looks really grungy and does give super graphic novel style vibes. The business side has some bloody ink marks that look like blood, and that's rad.
It's kind of violent in a similar way to the comics.
Turning it around, you get to see Optimus sheepishly peeking through the back window.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Let's get him out of there. The unboxing experience is pretty easy. Everything has been put together tightly and with a clean presentation. It's very satisfying because I'm used to usually just tearing everything open like a savage.
Yes, this type of packaging is particularly cool. You can pop him out, mess with him, and almost seamlessly put him back in his plastic preservation chamber, if that's the way you choose to display this figure.
Out of his chamber, he looks cool. He has a real presence, and he looks fucking fantastic under any light source. The sculpt and paintwork are really impressive at first glance, and even more impressive upon closer inspection.
Why does this Prime have Megatron's arm cannon?
This figure represents a moment from issue 4 of the Skybound comic books, the "How do you feel about going on the offensive" story beat, which has quickly become another iconic Prime thing. It's an arc that I really love, and it seems like a lot of other folk do too, involving our favorite truck dad grafting the severed arm of his nemesis, Megatron, and the implications of that to fight off a Decepticon threat.
It's so badass.
It's pretty fucking cool. I gotta get you to read the books at some point.
I will. I'll read them. I'm keen.
This is our first time messing with a ThreeZero figure, so I'm very excited to experience one. This particular Prime belongs to the MDLX line and is equivalent to Figma and SH Figuarts in vibes. It's a remold of the original MDLX Prime as designed by Calvin Sowell, but with a heavy injection of Daniel Warren Johnson's art style.
From what I've seen of his drawings, he expresses scenes very well with this style. It's very dirty, dramatic, dark, and moody. Being sharp and scratchy, it's not pretty, but definitely emotional, effective, and is still great to look at.
I love his art style. His style is dynamic, and it translates very well into this figure. But what's your favorite thing about this guy that stands out to you?
I like his small, serious eyes, and the tiny scratch-like markings on either sides of his face. I don't know what you would call them.
Ooh, fence?
Yeah, why not? Overall, I think his face is sharp and cool. It's very striking.
Yeah, I really like the face sculpt. I think it's miles better than the original version of this mold. I absolutely love the stylized take on G1 Prime. There's all the appropriate creepling and mecha detailing, but not enough to be oversaturated. There's a good contrast. This Prime has a bit of a slimmer build than other Optimuses, but I can get behind that. The truck wheel does have a bit of an inside of piano kind of look though.
He's totally got washboard abs. You could lose your keys in there.
Paintwork is amazing, with scratchies and battle wear. As expected with ThreeZero, the paintwork and weathering details are very intentional and well applied. Every mark is placed somewhere sensical in spots where it would organically be most susceptible to getting scratched up. I love the desaturated finish. It almost looks like metal, almost like he was real.
I wish he was real. Anyway, there's a cool crack on his chest windows, and it's interesting how Megatron's hand is bigger than Optimus's.
That makes sense. He is a bigger guy. But speaking of, I'm not a big fan of Prime's hands. The fingers and overall sculpt feel too slender to me. Megatron's hand, however, is great. It's a good size, good sculpt. Meg's severed arm has a heavy industrial look, which is cool.
There's no way that's comfortable.
When it comes to height, Prime is similar to a Voyager-class Transformer, which may vary on your personal experience. Plus, this figure has a die-cast metal frame.
So, if we're considering his weight, He definitely feels much lighter without Megatron's arm. Lol.
Physically and emotionally.
Deep.
Yeah. Deep, just like these trays, which come with a ton of accessories.
Accessories! I love accessories. This Prime has no shortage of hands. Some of them aren't even his.
Out of the box, he comes with Megatron's fusion cannon, Prime's iron blaster, the rest of Prime's back junk, the sick-looking Energon axe. We got a Megatron grippy hand, which is perfect for scratching kitties.
Looks like a dead spider to me.
We got a Megatron pointy hand and a Megatron fisty fist hand.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Prime hands. But don't worry, we've got a relaxed hand, a double-fingered pointy hand, a blaster holding hand, axe holding hand, and a hand to hold the Matrix of Leadership, TM, which by law has to come included with every Prime.
How many Matrix of Leadership trademarks do you have?
Maybe too many. maybe too many. Let us know in the comments how many you have.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can pull open his chest to reveal the Matrix chamber, which connects back with magnets and feels very sturdy.
I was surprised because I thought it was going to flip up or down, but the whole front pops off and fits back really smoothly. The magnets create this cool suction feeling and the piece just effortlessly slides back on.
It's cool. It's a very cool little piece. I love the sculpted details and paintwork of the Energon axe and the iron blaster. What I don't love though is squishing them into their designated rubberized hands. It doesn't feel that great. His grip on those two items feels quite loose, and I don't want to force it or squeeze the hands too much.
I agree that the rubberiness feels a bit weird in direct comparison with the other materials used to make him, and his weapons unfortunately don't have a super snug fit. Nobody wants a floppy iron blaster.
The spare hands are also connected via a really tiny ball joint, and swapping them around can be a slight test of patience.
The Mega Cannon looks super cool though. I really dig the touch of a red accent and the general almost sandpaper texture of the cannon itself. Also featuring organic weathering.
Also, it does look so nice. I love the sculpt of that as well. What I thought was a jetpack is actually the rest of Big Prime's back chunk. Like everything else, it's very nicely sculpted and painted, and you might see it on and or off during the review. We also have Prime's amputated shoulder piece.
He exclaimed excitedly.
Representing the other iconic moment from the graphic novel. But speaking of, let's get him into those iconic poses.
This Prime doesn't have a vehicle mode, but that won't stop me from making or saying Transformers noises.
Doing both and or both. This Prime has an impressive 48 points of articulation. He was a little stiff out of the box, but after some play and aura farming, he's gotten warmed up. He has all the major points you expect from a figure of this kind, plus some extra maneuverability to shift the armor out of the way.
I will say that even after working so hard on the aura farm, most of his movable parts still feel quite stiff to me, which would probably add to long-term posability, because you can pose him and trust that he's not going to cha-cha slide anywhere slowly.
But the waist joint, at least on my copy, was really squeaky out of the box. I've treated it with some lubricant, but I'm still a bit nervous to mess with it. Whether that's unique to my experience, I can't really say. The feet panels and the bell skirt move around a lot, but they are a little weird, and the crotch panels can look a bit frumpy or pop off due to those tiny ball joints.
I like the inner workings of the ankles, and I dig the footy flaps that you can play around with. But the skirty wings do look cool, and I'm sure he doesn't mind a little bit of a breeze.
But I have to show you my favorite bit of Prime's moving magic. The ThreeZero's signature revealing and unrevealing of sculpted detail, TM. There's a bit of that with the double jointed elbows and knees, with a little spring-loaded panel that moves out of the way. The most obvious being the robo-spine detail. There's a whole section that gets revealed with the articulation of that deep ab crunch. Having ab crunch on a Transformer is crazy to me.
It's super rad that the panels on his back can slide over each other so smoothly, kind of like a lobster.
Yeah.
This Prime also has a cool head swivel that moves smoothly. He's got like a double ball joint up in there or something.
Originally, I thought he didn't have any butterfly joints, but it turns out they're hiding in plain sight, in the skies, if you will.
I see what you did there.
They may have just been paint frozen.
There was a lot of paint to work through there, though.
They were pretty hard to activate the first time around.
So, what are your overall thoughts of this figure?
There's a ton I love about this figure. The attention to detail and the quality is prime. But one of the biggest draws for me is its connection to that powerful #Transformers zeitgeist moment. He has such an impressive stature as well. He's been on my desk for a while, and I'd look over and be like, wow, he looks rad.
Ah, so rad.
So rad. Ah, that's rad.
So rad.
Of course, it can't transform, but at least for me, there's a novelty in experiencing a great design and character without any of the transformation caveats. However, despite this Truckman being a high-end action figure, I'm a little scared to push the posing limits too far. All the joints look like they have metal parts in them, which makes me more confident to mess with them and do cool-ass poses.
Trademark. Cool-ass poses.
Yeah. The squeaky waist is worrying, and I've taken to treating it pretty gently. Your mileage might vary here, though. But I do think the value is there, and I'm pretty keen to mess with more ThreeZero pieces down the line. If you're in South Africa and this Moody Prime speaks to you, be sure to check out toyclick.co.za and get yours there.
If you're not a collector of this type of toy, know that it's worth what you're getting for the price and the quality of the work and effort put in. And ToyClick's prices are pretty competitive. Otherwise, you're going to pay some hardcore shipping prices, mofos. But if you're interested in ThreeZero, I'd say this figure is a good way in. However, I definitely want to stress that they're collector's figures and not toys for children.
Neither are we.
Outro. All that being said, thank you so much for being here and watching our review.
Thank you very much. If you want to see some more toy reviews or some more sort of pop culture stuff, be sure to subscribe and check it out. We've got a couple of videos kicking around. And a big thanks again to toyclick.co.za. Be sure to check them out. And another big thank you to Nate and Jordan for providing an awesome cover of The Touch.
Thank you so much, Nate and Jordan. We really appreciate it.
So, I'm Lex.
And I'm Via. And we're ToyTrashTalks. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Subscribe, please. Subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to get kisses from Prime.
Optimus kisses.
Prime
Moody
kisses. The Primus kisses in all of the galaxy.
How do you feel about being kissed?
Okay, bye.
Bye.